Hi, my friends. How are you? So, I just finished recording my reaction to episode 12 of HBK Euphonium Season 1. Dog is no longer in my hoodie. She is now sitting on my lap, but that's because I went and took her for a walk with the other doggy, right, Shani? Yeah. Anyway, this last episode was it was a great episode. I love the animation of like Kumiko running around the corner, those big giant tears, anime tears, especially those big Annie anime tears, which I absolutely adore because, obviously in real life it's not what tears look like, but as I said before, there is a difference between real life, real world physics, anime physics, and then kind of Annie physics. Which is kind of anime physics, but like slightly altered, depending on what they're doing. But I love and appreciate this anime. It's nice to have an anime that I actually have like some experience with, and I'm like, oh no, I understand what this feels. Oh yeah, this makes sense, or this is happening, or this is where it's going. So it's nice to be able to have something to say about an anime other than like, oh, that's animated really cool. That's really cool with the writing, right? Just rubbing her head. Anyway, last episode we saw this little bit of a seed breaking open in terms of Kumiko and her frustration of wanting to improve and wanting to be better. And it's interesting because we saw a little bit of the frustration at the beginning of the series with Reina. And we saw a little bit of a quieter frustration that Shuichi experiences with him practicing, taking his instrument home before Kumiko started to. And practicing for a while because he had now Reina's frustration also had to do with kind of not winning the competition and also dealing with kind of people like Kumiko where they're kind of indifferent or kind of like, they play and they're not bad but they're not great, they're not like pushing and striving. So Kumiko finally understood what Reina was feeling, and then we also got to see this really big emotional stuff. Basically, we got to see on the outside what's probably Shuichi was dealing with on the inside, with his frustration, being called out a lot. Last episode, he got a compliment where he says, which surprised him, where Taki said that keep playing it like that every time. So that was his way of saying, like, hey, you did a good job here, keep consistent, My band director would always say, practice makes permanent. How you practice is how you're going to perform it. So if you don't practice it correctly, if you don't nip these mistakes in the bud, the performance it's not going to magically be different. And it's always true. Whether it's acting or singing or whatever it might be, or playing an instrument, how you practice it is how you're going to perform it. It really is. You might have that additional adrenaline and excitement, but that adrenaline can either make you super focused or your mind all over the place. So how you practice is incredibly important and for how you perform. Are you looking at your balls, Julia? Why are you looking at your balls? But it was nice to kind of really see, basically, she said, I want to be special, like you. She told Reina that. Which, Reina, her comments kind of had a double meaning where she's like, well, then I'll become even more special. And that was her way of saying, if you're going to be special like me, I have to be even more special so you can be even more special. But at the same time, I feel like that was kind of her competitiveness coming in. Well, then I had to be more special than you are. If you're going to be special, then I had to be more special than you. So I feel like it was double meaning. But I think I caught that meaning. Like, that was like, oh, she's being kind of, a bit of a butt. But she also is, she was that and is that silent, supporter of Kumiko. And Kumiko was that, she was just like, she was the first one to stand up. She was the main supporter for Reina. And even though Kumiko said she was, Reina was still surprised by it and appreciated it. And it was nice last episode to see that little bit that she goes like, I'm sorry for my smugness, that humility and her being a little bit flapped a little bit at the end with Kumiko and her mention about being with Taki sensei and then kind of diverting attention to like Ufo-kun because there's a new Euphonium. And she's like, Reina, what do you mean? What? So that part was funny to see, a sort of like, slightly humbled, but also flapped Reina. It was very cute. And a little bit of the dynamics between our redhead and the blonde. She goes like, there she sees something, she goes, that was funny. That was really, really cute. And I do know that we're gonna dive a little bit more into their relationship, those two, next season, which I'm excited about. But right now, we've just finished with Kumiko dealing with her frustration, wanting to be better. So this episode, I'm assuming, is going to be, since it was about 10 days or 8 days, 10 days before the actual competition, which I think was a regional competition, not even nationals yet. So this episode is going to focus on that. Now, I saw there was an episode 14. I don't know if it's an OVA or an actual episode. I guess depending on this episode ends, I'll get my answer. But we'll end with the regionals here, and then I'm guessing next season we'll pick up from there. Is there anything else to add? No. Oh, one thing I would appreciate if you guys could leave comments about where the movies fit in between the series. If there's a movie, I think one of the movies is just the episodes of the TV series kind of edited together. But let me know where the movies fall in place, so that way I know where to watch them. So that way I'm not, with My Hero Academia movies, it was like, well, if I watch them, great. If I don't, it's whatever. With the Violet Evergarden movies, they kind of take place at the end, after sort of the series. But let me know where the Hibike Euphonium movies take place, because I would like to actually be able to watch them in proper order. So I really appreciate that. And I might make a comment on one of the videos before this one comes out, so I can get my answer sooner than later. Right, my silly little dog? Right? If you're watching on YouTube, there is no sound. Partial image keeps the copyright monsters at bay. But there is a countdown timer, so you can follow along. You really can't miss it. So without further ado, let's dive in. Interesting. Oh, this is the morning of the competition, isn't it? Ooh, we're starting this very differently. So quiet. I know I said I was going to turn off my heater, but I decided to keep it running. It shouldn't really affect things too much, but you never know. Oh, she has Ufo-kun and Tuba-kun. Measure 162? Yeah. I remember reading somewhere that even though it's summer, they wear their winter uniforms because it's a more formal uniform. Competition days or early starts. And here the cicada's going. Oh, she's gonna be sweltering on the way there. Ufo-kun has like an itty bitty body. That was cute. That was funny. Ooh, she's already there. Goodbye, competition. Ooh, oh, final episode. So maybe the next thing I saw on this website isn't OVA. Nicole-senpai? There he is. All the girls are already in there, and he's like, oh gosh! She's so stressed. Well, even Raina's going through like breathing exercises. She's so stressed. Ooh, early. It must be like 6 something in the morning then. That's cool that you get like a stand banner. She's still like Shuichi. Yeah, percussion's big and huge. Yeah, percussion should go first. Oh, and Taki-san looks so dapper. Is that little Reina or is it someone else? It's probably someone else. That'd be weird if it was Reina. And I don't think Taki-sensei's weird. Yeah. Teamed Monica? Oh, they're really cute. Oh, I missed that part. I have no idea. Why are you so mean to her? In different colors. Matching designs in different colors. Gee, who rated theirs? Oh, look at her face. Look, she's so like amused and adores them. She really loves them. Got yourselves. Talking like was that the teacher who said calm yourselves? You are. It's a fierce little thing, isn't she? I love it. It makes sense saying that something it makes sense that something that small would be also that fierce, when especially if you play contrabass. Arriving at a location for a competition is very intimidating. Make sure nothing bad happened to it. It's all good. Oh, that really, really nice school. are you doing? That was cute. I like that. She kinda is. She is cool. That's good. They're tuning themselves or tuning in sections. That's really, really nice. Look at all of them have their own tuners or like tuners amongst section leaders. A little bit of some sharpness there in the flutes, but the flutes always sound sharp to me though. Ooh, look at that. See those vibrations? That's a good thing. That's not just sound wise, that's them being in tune. It's a little bit off, not perfect, but that's okay. I think there's some flutes that are a little sharp. What you doing, silly dog? What you do? I love me a good camera pan. It's so important. I do appreciate the details that KyoAni puts into their characters, where all of them look, even though characters that look similar, still look slightly different. Whether it's the hair color, eye color, slight change in the face. It's really, or even if they have the exact same face, they make sure that they look very different with the eyes and the hair color. It's very cute. Like a lot of the girls up front have almost the same exact face, but give them different eye color, hair shape. It changes things, makes them stick out. She poked her in the button. I missed that one. Ooh, those nerves! Like they tingle it like in your heart, and they tingle through your finger. I like how they're all checking on each other too. Oh, hi Shuichi. Oh, don't be like that. He's being sweet. Okay, that was hecka cute. Ooh, that is full. We are halfway. Hi, percussion section. That was cute. Dang. Alright, I'm opening up my boba tea. Ah, wow. That was... Oh, these moments. I'm loving it. Those little moments there. Reina asking her to, like... When she raved to her friend and those shoes were coming up, I was like, is Reina coming over here to, like... Is she a little jealous? No. There's these little character beats in here with Reina kind of having, for whatever reason, Kumiko do her hair for her. Nice and tight. Actually, no, I've seen other girls do it too. Because, I don't know, something about, like, in drama club, we would have other girls would, like, pull other girls' hairs back. Because they could just, like, I don't know, something about being behind them. They were able to get their hair tightened up in a way that maybe we can't quite get it if we're right here. So, it was, no, I've seen that before. But it's also with Reina and Kumiko, so Reina's just being weird. But yeah, oh, I forget her, Nagasawa? Oh, I forget her actual last name. Yeah, she is pretty cool. And she's really kind of has this, she's probably always had this fun confidence, but there's this fun confidence in her that we didn't see at first because she was so upset and dejected over what happened last year, and she kind of was like, blah, blasé. But there's a new excitement in her, the way that she is. I think it's really cute. And she is pretty freaking cool. And Shuichi's so sweet, and he was like, you okay? And Kumiko's being her usual stupid self by being a jerk and stepping on his feet. Like, come on, girl. But she's also like, alright, fist bump. And Shuichi's just like, affection. Because Kumiko loves, yeah. Girl got mixed signals. But, ooh. What's great is that this first half was so intense and a lot was going on that I forgot that, we're only halfway through the episode. But, yeah, that's cool. I don't know. There's a part of me, like, looking at the situation would be, like, being in the middle and competing and performing would be an absolute amazing delight. But there's also a part of me that maybe would have liked to be in instead of being in, I forget our saxophonist's name, instead of being in her shoes because I was a senior drum major, I would have preferred to be kind of like the others who didn't make it through and had to, like, play other things and we're so busy, but I don't know, I guess less terror? I don't know. It's hard for me to say, but I don't know where I'm going with this. A part of me wants to be on the stage performing, but a part of me also kind of likes the idea of not performing and just being on the sidelines, being support, like they are, emotional support. So it's kind of mixed feelings there. But they're about to perform, and I'm so excited for it. Because we've only gotten, like, almost the same sections, but it's just bits and pieces. Ooh. Oh, wow. That is a official concert hall. There's a freaking organ in there. That dark-haired girl looks a little bit like Reina. Oh, there's some real emotion. Oof. I love the little movements they put in there. Because, yeah, you do end up moving. You get into the music. Little fingers. This is a fun song. And what? Gotta put action where your mouth is. That's why she remains so indifferent. Why is Yufa-kun's eyes like a big alien? Like, Tuba-kun's cute, but some of these other ones need some work. Nice. So there's their free piece. Now they're into the piece. Yes! Well, like where he starts loud and goes, when he wants to go quiet, he goes to the edge of the drum. And you know those fingerings are right, because Kione is just a rock star. Oh, those big marks on the page. I love that moment where she was like playing and then suppressing it a little bit, and then the way she plays that's cool. See that face? That is a face. He's just really, cause like, oh, that's amazing. Because he knows Shuichi's hidden his parts. You know, they all are. Again! Oh, the bases are up. Yes! Ooh, yep, that's what a music looks like. All those little marks and those little different colors. Oh, it must have sounded great. So in these competitions, there'll be multiple judges. Each judge is listening for different things, because one person can't judge every little aspect. So they'll do technicalities and performance. Oh, there's a girl who's on, oh shoot. So this is this is a regional preliminary. I like how we get our contrabass there. So we got our bass, clarinet, contrabass clarinet, I think. Look at her. She's so proud of her. And this gentle, like, support by the bass section. Oh, so good. That's beautiful, isn't it? Aww, she's so emotional. I was gonna say earlier, she's a trombone player. It's really cute. I don't know why, it just registered to me. Call her like, so that way she can freely move. She has her sleeves rolled up. Yeah. It's a strange sadness in Nezuko. I wasn't expecting this episode. I don't know if it's a sadness because she doesn't think they'll go beyond this. Yeah, boy. It's so good. That was fire. That was lit. I was gonna say earlier though with the Natsuki, oh, I'm thinking her name. I get these names wrong. I love this little thing with Kiani when the girls have the purple eyes. The reflection of the light isn't like a brown or a yellow, it's a green. It's a very interesting artistic choice. Ooh, now they wait. And now she's just as emotionally invested as Reina is. Interesting how they don't announce it. They spend the time to write it out. Like real goal? They're moving on. So that's real. Are they? Oh no, they're not. Or are they? No, they are. Oh, they are. Yes, they are. Did you see the emotion on the t-shirt? She was so happy. They made it. Not fool's gold or the fake gold, but like real gold. They got gold. That's awesome. Oh, this is, oh my god, this is the full, yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is cool to hear them perform. So we're getting these little, like, clips from, like... Are these deleted scenes? Or are those just, like, clips from earlier? Because I don't recognize some of them. That's a fun piece, by the way. It's kind of cute, just like showing little clips from like earlier in the season. Kind of like a fun little recap of where they've been. But they got gold. They just get gold. They moved on to the competition. That's fire. Yo, look at them. They are so happy. They've been at Rika High School. Oh, the crying hands. That's adorable. I am intrigued a little bit about Asuka's reaction. Because they got gold. But then she wasn't sure, like, it was hard to read at first. Because, like, everyone was so emotional, so it was like, wait a minute, is there these good emotions or bad emotions? But, as we saw with the excitement, they're good emotions. So, they're moving forward. Now, I don't think, if they make it to Nationals, I don't think they're going to win Nationals. I think that would be, it'd be too easy, story-wise. And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't like you win, and then you get Nationals. Because, yes, they've beat out some great schools in their region, but there's still some amazing schools out there that they haven't even begun to herd. People who are on Reina's level, but multiple of those people in that performance school, in that school. And so, especially if it's like a music school. So the competition out there is stiff, because it's an amazing thing to win areas in your section. It's a whole other thing when you start going outside of that. Then you start really, like I said, the higher you're up, the harder it is. So, I'm wondering if Suka's reaction is... Well, first of all, I think maybe part of her didn't think they would win, but there's also kind of bittersweetness of like, hey, once this performance is over, it's over, and I'll move on to new pieces. But she definitely, I think, will kind of realize. I think she also, I don't know. Maybe she knew the hardship that's going to come next or whatever it might be. I'm not certain. But, like I said, if they make it to nationals, they're not going to win. But I'm excited for what's next. But also, you know, even though a lot of these are their seniors, they're not going to win nationals or make nationals. They still have improved by leaps and bounds, and that same passion, that same improvement is now being instilled, yes, in the upperclassmen, but these underclassmen as well. So, what happens when you have passionate and excited underclassmen who become upperclassmen? They're going to bring in other excited and passionate underclassmen. And that's the hope anyway. I mean, when I was in high school, my freshman year, all of us who joined marching band loved music and joined it because we were passionate about it, we liked it. It was such a good time, we all worked hard. And then it was something weird about the 2012 class. Yeah, there were people who were, but there were also a lot of butt faces and people who didn't want to listen and jerks. And it was like, what the frick happened between 2011 and 2012? Like, why does there seem to be such a major gap in how everybody is over in 1 year? It was such a weird thing, and it kind of became, there were a lot of struggles after that. 2011, we were an easy class to deal with. Not the other classes. They were arrogant in ways they shouldn't have been, and lazy in ways they shouldn't have been. So it was kind of a weird mix there. But with what's going on this high school, again, like you said, you've got more technically sound, passionate underclassmen who will become technically sound, passionate upperclassmen. And Taki being kind of more used to being in leadership and kind of really cultivating that within his students. So when the new layer, the next underclassmen come in, also between their performance is going to be really good, and you know, eventually they'll be like, oh, did you hear Kitaja High School? Like they won regional, or they made it to nationals, or they got really high in nationals. So for those people who maybe want to pursue, and also the word that Taki Sensei is going to be at the school probably will get out even more. So it'll reach a point where it's like, oh, no, I really should, if I want to become a professional in music, it's not a music high school. But between the success of this band, and usually with a new band director, the band's not that great. There's always kind of a rough period, but that was avoided. So between the band reaching a really high level and Taki Sensei being there, it's going to be some really fun underclassmen coming in. And I already have an inkling that's going to happen a little bit, at least with one character. Obviously, afterwards, probably we're going to have some new people coming in who maybe were underclassmen last year, but left because of the upperclassmen and kind of saw like, oh, this is a different band, and maybe really missed it. I think one of the characters that's in the Liz and Bluebird movie I know a little bit about what's coming next, so I know a clarinetist is coming, and she's a connection to our oboist, or Bluebird. So, like I said, I do know that this next season, some of these other secondary relationships, like Natsuki, and our blonde trumpeter, and the oboist, and the clarinetist is coming back in. I know we're going to focus a little bit more on them. Like, they're coming in because they're kind of a different relationship, in addition to the typical kind of grounding wire attached by Red String of Fate, Reina and Kumiko. I'm also intrigued to see what will happen with Shuichi and Kumiko. Will she continue to be a butt? I know she's only like her first year, so there's a couple more years for her not to be a butt anymore to him. He's a sweetheart, and he clearly really likes her, and they do have a connection, and they are very opposite in some ways, but very similar in others. But at the same time, not pushing for it. Someone did say that Shuichi is written a lot better in the light novels versus how he's portrayed in the anime. So it is a very interesting choice to kind of pull back on Shuichi and kind of push forward some other relationships. It's an interesting choice. Anything else to add? No, again, please let me know what orders the movies and the shows go in. I am going to wait a little bit before I hear about I don't know if episode 14 is an OVA. I might kind of sneak a peek of it and see what it is first before, in case. see if it's worth reacting to. But let me know where the movies fall in, because I think if there's a movie that offers new material and that's important, that takes place between season 1 and season 2, I should watch that before season 2. I'm just saying. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies. I'll see you next time.